Hello, I'm Josh from Fourth Wall Players.
I'm Kelly from Hohenheim Productions.
And this is what it is.
And
wow,
today,
that was awful.
it was awful.
All right.
It was really great in a really awful sort of way. Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist. So this caught, I had glimpsed the trailer as an ad while I was watching something else. And it caught my interest because I know that Josh likes musicals. And I basically sort of had this idea for a series similar to this. Mm-hmm. And so to see it come to life and to have, to see someone trying to pursue it is like, it's exciting. It'll be a lot of fun. So it'll be interesting to see how it is. So we're going to review the trailer and we're going to talk about some of the ratings and reviews that it's gotten for what's out of season 1 so far.
Yep. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All Zoey wanted was a connection.
I have lots of ideas.
Why should I listen to you?
I'm sorry, where was I?
What she got was so much more.
I think I'm going crazy. 1 second I'm getting an MRI, and next second... People are singing to me. We go together. Almost as if they were singing what they were all thinking out loud.
This is the first thing that I find interesting about you.
Zoey can hear people's innermost thoughts through song.
Wait, are you hearing the song right now?
Yes, and the music's in my head.
All I see is a bunch of mostly white people drinking overpriced coffee.
She has this unique power that she has to learn how to harness.
Why are you so distracted all of a sudden? Keep your personal life to yourself. It's about how we express ourselves and love and family.
Because of whatever this new ability is, I discovered that my best friend is in love with me.
I think I love you.
What?
Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist premieres January 7th on NBC.
Huh.
The craziest thing just happened to me. 1 second I'm getting an MRI, and next second...
They're both trailers back to back.
That's weird. Okay.
Both versions of it. We'll get a little bit different.
Yeah, it looks like it'll just be a tiny little tweak.
Yeah, just a tweak.
Some songs are sung to me by complete strangers, others by my closest friends and family.
Wait, are you hearing the song right now?
Yes.
Mary Steenburgen.
All I see is
Does
a bunch
Zoey
of
sing
mostly white
anything?
people drinking overpriced coffee.
Right.
Between you and one other person for this job.
It is?
Why are you so
Why is she so
distracted all of a
small?
sudden?
I so wish I could tell HR about this. Because of this new ability, I discovered that my best friend is in love with me.
I do like Skylar Astin. I'm sorry.
That's
What?
that guy.
Yeah.
Zoey's Extraordinary
He's from
Playlist premieres
he's
January 7th on NBC.
Bella's boyfriend in the Pitch Perfect movies. That's what he's most famous for. But he was also the goofy white kid in Hamlet 2, which is so amazing.
Okay,
If you haven't seen it, you should see it.
See, for me, like the thing with, even though it's a musical, I think it's a half-hour comedy, right?
Yeah.
So,
It's kind of how Gallivant was.
well, for me, like the whole my best friend's secretly in love with me. That to me is sort of cliched. It's kind of been done to death, right?
Yeah.
It's like to me that's then on. Of course, you only want to stretch that for 1 or 2 seasons, and then they finally hook up, and then you have to create conflict between them that they wouldn't have somehow not seen coming because they don't know each other so well.
Because
I
they
mean,
were
they're
just so
best friends,
story-eyed
right?
and in love. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So, like, to me, it's like, stay away from... I mean, no, obviously they're not staying away from that. And with 7.6 out of 10 out of IMDb...
Well, I think they should just get into it. Like, one thing I really loved about the show Parks and
jump
Rec
into it, yeah.
was they didn't spend a lot of time with the will they or won't they crap. Like,
Right, okay,
I
yeah,
mean...
Yeah. Right, just have them...
Like, their relationships were
just make
very...
it they will.
Yeah, like their relationships is once two characters liked each other, they got into a relationship, and it either worked out or it didn't. And I thought they handled every single well, except maybe Anne and Aziz Ansari's character. I can't remember his name, but
having not seen
that was annoying.
Any of the episodes of this so
Yes.
far, even though it's been out for a little bit, and I don't know if they've actually finished season 1 of it yet.
I don't think so. I think it's still playing. Like,
This would be the interesting thing to me is if with the story, if they have it where everyone else hears, she hears everybody else's thoughts through song, okay? Then it'd be interesting if there's like an overall story arc, maybe for her career that she's trying to overcome.
Yeah.
And at the end of the season, the way she solves it is by breaking into song herself. And then that's where they leave like this cliffhanger on how everybody at her job reacts. That would pull us right into season 2. We want to see what goes on at this huge presentation for her job that everything hangs on the line.
And then the first episode of season 2, the very first song could be the Take Me Back to Rehab. I don't know, I think it looks kind of interesting. I'm not a huge fan of the musical, this new like craze of like having musicals where the characters know that they're in a musical and they all act like it's weird all the time, and I hope they don't spend a lot of time on it in this series, but with every episode I just really hope she's not like, why is the mailman singing to me now? And it's like, people have been singing to you for 3 fucking months. Get used to it. Like, seriously, like,
the way that the Groundhog commercial just played into the fact that it's Groundhog Day, I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
Right,
grab the groundhog and go for a stroll in this Jeep.
Right, yeah.
Like, they just roll with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can only be surprised by it so many times. Eventually, you just get used to it, right?
Yeah.
So, especially since it sounds like she knew what the hell was happening. So, I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I'm not basing this off of anything. I just know that, like, you know, you see a lot of TV shows that are like take place in the real world, like Scrubs and whatnot. When they have musical episodes, it's like something weird. You know, everyone's like, "Well, what's going on? Like, why do you hear music? I'm not singing." And you know, it's just a weird thing. And
right, well, where they try to be meta about the fact that it's a musical.
Right? Yeah. Or they're trying to be meta. Yeah. And
so,
which I guess Buffy was really the first one that did that, but they did it really well, and then everybody copied
and then
them.
everyone copied them.
Yeah.
Another tribute to Joss Whedon.
Woo, Joss Whedon.
So what's interesting to me about this, though, too, is that 94% of people liked the TV show, according to Google users, right? 7.6 out of 10 on IMDb and 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. So this is the sort of experiment. What is your favorite sitcom of all time?
Mine?
Yep.
Oh, there's so many.
Or TV comedy.
Oh my gosh.
Just name one. Name one that you think is better than Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist.
Oh, I can name a lot of them.
I'll name mine. I'd say The Office is one of my favorites. Okay, so what we did is we've taken a look at, just comparatively in our minds, how we think Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist looks compared to the ratings, compared to some of our favorite shows. So Josh's Parks and Rec, so it has an 8.6, a full point above on IMDb, 8.6 out of 10, 92% on Rotten Tomatoes instead of 75%.
17% higher,
Yep, and 92% like this show, according to Google.
It's actually 2% lower, that's really weird.
Yeah, but that's just for, it's so easy to hit the like button.
Yeah, I know.
These are real critique scores, so, you know, that's different. That's just basically saying the audience rating, you know, and it's the same as Rotten Tomatoes, honestly, 92%. So that's pretty good. And then mine was The Office. Office has 8.8 out of 10 on IMDb, 81% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 95% like the show. So I mean, still, our favorite shows are marginally better than what the ratings that this one are getting. But I just wanted to help put that into perspective from both of our minds on our expectations for Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist compared to the ratings of some of our favorites.
As someone who just binged both seasons of Gallivant like 2 weeks ago, which is basically this show, but it's like set in medieval fantasy, I don't have very high expectations for it. I just think it's going to be a fun thing that has a couple of fun songs, and I also, this is another like pet peeve of mine, like the musical reviews where it's basically just the characters re-singing already popular songs.
Right, is sort of, well, it's pandering the way that Glee does, and the fact that it's all popular music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, and it can work, and like I liked the first couple seasons of Glee, and I liked Pitch Perfect. Well, I haven't seen the third movie, but I liked the first two, and so I mean, it can work. I just, too much of it is just like, okay, stop.
Okay, stop.
And especially since you have, and I guess it's based on a playlist, so it makes more sense that it's like based on like, pop music as opposed to...
Right, I mean, they show in the trailer that it was obviously a billion, what looked
Yeah.
to be a
She
YouTube
downloaded a
lookalike,
bunch of, yeah.
YouTube lookalike pop-ups from the music
Right.
generator kind of thing. So, so I mean, at the very least, they have an explanation for why it's all popular music, right? Popular current music. But, yeah.
So maybe it works.
Yeah, either it still sounds fun. I still want to check it out. But
Oh, definitely, yeah.
for those of you who have watched, what have you thought of Zoey's Infinite Playlist, extraordinary playlist so far? And also, what do you think of the season 1 cap predictions that we've got going on how what they should do with the story? Do you see it leaning towards, with no knowledge of the show other than the trailer?
No.
Do you see it leaning towards that at all?
Mm-hmm.
And do you think that'd be a cool ending? Leave it in the comments below.
Thanks.
Like and subscribe.
This gameplay has a dog in it. Look at this. If you want to see more cute dogs, you should like and subscribe. And you can get to know them better, like probably through Patreon videos and stuff, behind the scenes. Support us in a more intimate way. Whoop, whoop. Find the here and now included for free with Amazon Prime. Dogs.